Ladies and gentlemen, today's video is going to be epic and might just blow your mind. There was another insane world record achieved last season here inside the Brawl Stars community, and that is on a fan favorite brawler, Leon. A player by the name of Bagels, I love it, managed to achieve that #1 spot, the world record, getting 2,038 total trophies on Leon. It's hard to believe. We're going to be getting into the gameplay, seeing how he managed to achieve this. So if you guys are all excited, let's get straight away into it. Here we go! Alright everyone, so we are beginning today's video off over here on Brawl Stats, taking a look at Bagels' profile so we can take a deeper dive into this crazy accomplishment with Leon here in the community. And before we go any further, if you guys would like to check out Bagels, make sure to go check out the links in the description down below. Support his push. He definitely deserves a little bit of love, if you ask me, getting 2,000 trophies on a brawler. So everyone, taking a deep dive into Bagels' profile here, there's a few things that I want to point out before we get into the gameplay portion of this 2,038 trophy Leon. Absolutely insane. The very first thing being is the game modes, what he typically plays in. So he has a lot of 3v3 victories, a good amount of solo victories, and not so many duo showdowns. So I wanted to point this out because he pushed this world record Leon in solo showdown, at least towards the upper portions of it. And I know what you guys are thinking, whenever there's a crazy milestone that's achieved inside of showdown, people are very quick to write it off, and it gets a lot of flack just because showdown has teaming involved, especially at higher trophies here in the game. It's just the meta up there. But before you do that, please try to reconsider any world record, any amount of trophies that you get, I think is incredibly commendable. So keep that in mind going forward. You're going to see a lot of teaming in today's video, but nothing malicious, nothing that is rule breaking. It's just the meta in showdown. Still commendable that he managed to get this high up. But if we keep scrolling down here, we see the highest amount of trophies that he got, 2,038 trophies. That is absolutely insane. Guys, rank 35 is hard enough, but when people go 800 trophies past it, it's kind of hard to fathom. So next, swapping over to Starless Pro, taking a look at the leaderboards here for Leon. The world record holding is Bagels, of course, but not by a whole lot. The second place person is 2019, but then the third place is 1,677. So a huge gap in between third and second, but Bagels pushed it out just a little bit further and managed to get that #1 spot. So very, very cool on Bagels' part, and a huge congratulations. So wanted to point out all that before the gameplay, but let's get straight away into it so we can see some of this gameplay at some crazy high levels in the game. So let's do it. Alright everyone, so getting straight away into the very first match here that Bagels sent us on his world record push here on Leon. He's rocking the Shark Leon skin, baby. Guys, I feel like we just talked about this in a previous video here on my channel, how much I like this skin. The hood is so freaking cute. Such a big shark head for such a small body. But as you can see, already some crazy spinning going on, like we mentioned before. A little disclaimer, there is going to be teaming here at this trophy range. So if you want to play showdown this high in trophies, you kind of got to go with it, right? You got to be one with the meta. Not saying I condone it or promote it or anything like that. I'm still not a fan of it when I get into a match and stuff like that. But hey, when you go into a trophy, high trophy gameplay like this in showdown, it kind of comes with it, right? Comes with the territory. So we have Bagels on 4 power cubes. It looks like there's another Shark Leon also, but it looks like Max and the Bandit Shelly are the allies here. Got a Crow camping in the bushes. Here we go. Looks like Crow's going to try to get away. Barley a little bit lower as well. Crow going down up there. We have the spinning trio down here on the bottom. And I don't know, guys, when it comes to the teaming, I remember way back in the day when in Brawl Stars when it wasn't a big deal, when I used to team openly in actual videos, I would team. Like nowadays when I say that, it's like hard to believe, but it wasn't a big deal a very long time ago. But I feel like I always could never get it down. I would always get backstabbed. I would always have something wrong happen. Like I was a bad showdown teamer. So I'm convinced that there's some bit of skill to this, right? When it comes to picking a teammate, when it comes to trusting someone, when you need to backstab to get trophies. I don't know. I feel like there's just more to it than just, you know, you spin and you win. But hey, you never know. So we're up against Shelly there with the super. I think they're allied, but man, it's hard to trust a Shelly, that's for dang sure. So we're slowly trying to chip down the people. Looks like Max is turning on. Nope. Okay, it looks like Max was pretty faithful to Shark Leon Bagels down here. So they're just trying to get their super. It looks like Bagels is gonna flip the book on this relationship. He's taking that second place. He's like, thanks, Max. We both got up here pretty high, but we got to prioritize our trophies, baby. We're going on a world record push here. So now it's Shelly. Shelly's going to use the super to break out, and it looks like Bagels is going to be able to take first place here. And this is one thing you'll see with a lot of the gameplay here moving forward. He likes to use his super and run out into the poison. It works fantastically. Such a good strategy. But moving along to the next game. So everybody, rounding the corner to our next match here, this time on a different map, we have Feast or Famine on deck. Bagels opting to go down low for the boxes that spawn there as opposed to rushing the middle. Guys, at this trophy range, it's probably better that you don't go crazy and run to the middle, right? Which is why you see in this gameplay, only 2 people went to the middle right away. I feel like it's just too risky. You can't gamble all those trophies on a move like that, even though it's fun as heck. So, as you can see, Bagels just trying to poke around, see where people are. There's still a lot of people alive. Shelly taking down that BB in the middle, and the middle is absolutely wrecked at this point. So no bush camping going on over there unless they camp those little patches, but I don't think that's going to be super effective. So this time around on Feast or Famine, not a lot of teaming going on, which is pretty dang cool. Bagels playing a pretty normal game of Showdown. He's definitely playing super passive, which is what you would expect in a Showdown match at such a high trophy range here. As well as you're seeing Bagel a lot prioritizing just getting that chip damage down. He is literally, you can tell, it's written all over him that he's trying to get his super desperately, probably for tactics like he did in that last match. When it comes down to the wire, you can use your super for the Invisi heal, run out to the poison. The other player takes that slow chip damage. It's a crazy good strategy. So Shelly trying to hold down that middle there, but once you get some power cubes, you get ganged up on. It's not fun, man. So there's another Shelly over there with 2 power cubes. It looks like she is duking it out against the Primo. And this alliance here with the Crow seems to be pretty steadfast. Seems to be pretty ironclad, if you ask me. So Crow down there, seen in the bushes, trying to get a part of this little gang here that's going on with Bagels. But Bagels is like, 2 is enough. 2 is enough for this one here. So it's Crow and Leon against the world. Oop, Shelly's spinning now. That bottom left Shelly? I wonder what's going through their mind, just because I don't know anything about teaming and the strategy behind it. Was it, must have been a thing going on where Bagels wanted to team up with anyone up against that 7 power cube Shelly because they were the most threatening, right? So Bagels does have the super for that last ditch play, and I think Crow is going to stay allied with Leon here to the very end. Bagels doesn't have to do anything in the end. Doesn't have to backstab his teammate. That's what you like, I guess, with teaming. As we're around the corner to our next match here, this time on Skull Creek, nothing crazy out of the ordinary when it comes to like the sweatiness of these Showdown matches. I swear, whenever I'm watching someone else play Showdown, it just looks so much different than when I'm playing. Like, the anxiety isn't there. You just get to see it from a different perspective, and it's a lot more fun. I like watching Showdown, not necessarily playing it. It's too stressful, man. So we got a couple of Mortises, 1 Rockabilly with 3 power cubes. Looks like a little backstab action there. You hate to see it. So in that situation, I'm assuming in like teaming standards, if you saw that Mortis backstab the other Mortis so dang quickly, you know not to trust that Mortis, right? Because he's more than likely going to backstab you if you do try to spin with him. So Bagels is shooting at the Mortis. Ooh, he's angry facing him. So Bagels is saying, no, I just saw you kill that Mortis down there. Who you trying to fool, man? So here we go. So there's 6 brawlers remaining. Bagels got his super very early on. So he's got that in the chamber if he needs it. I think he might be able to tank out a few Mortis attacks, but the Mortis does have his super in his pocket as well. We don't really know what gadget he's using either. So it's looking a little stressful. Bagels definitely a very passive Showdown player, which is right up my alley. I can jive with this gameplay. Just wait it out, playing it smart. You don't have to make crazy insane plays. Let the other people do it for you, right? Especially if you are nervous that you're going to lose trophies. So here we go. Bagels at 2 power cubes. We got a Primo camping up top. We got the Primo, or the Mortis, making some moves over there, taking out the Pam. So that Mortis is going to be very challenging to take down. I know Leon does a lot of bursty damage, but my goodness, I think the only way Bagels can scathe out of this is if he waits for Primo and Mortis to go up against each other. So it looks like Primo is making an alliance with Leon here. You know what I'm seeing so far from the teaming, in Bagel's gameplays, it's not that crazy, right? Normally it's just with like one other person. The only exception was that first game that we looked over. There was like 4 people teaming at once, but most of the time it's just like one other person and you just ride or die with that person until the very end. But here we go. Bagel's pulling his old trick. Let's go. I love the strats, guys. He does this every time. That's insane. He just holds on to that super. He only uses his super once during the entire match, and it's at the very end to try to get that first place. It's crazy. So heading into our next match here, once again on Skull Creek, and it looks like they're going to form an alliance right off the get-go. So a Leon team. It's not bad. Okay, Bagels. He's going in. Just trying to get some super, maybe? Okay, never mind. He's going in for the kill. You could tell, man. Okay, so Bagels not teaming right off the start in today's video, or this one especially. So he managed to pocket that super right away in the beginning of this match. Definitely really good. So we'll see if Bagels ends up using his super at all, except at the very end, right? I think that's kind of his ace in the hole, right? That's his trump card. So here we go. We got a 8-bit. No longer insanely good in Showdown without that extra life, but still somewhat formidable, I guess, with the range. That's really all he's got going for him. He's got some health, but he just gets picked apart, I'm telling you that much. So Bagel's just going to try to camp it out. Not seeing any teaming here so far. Bagel's trying to do some daring plays, going up against a juiced up 8-bit, but winning the exchange there. He did a little bit more damage than the 8-bit did him. So Bagel's going to try to take out that station. And 8-bit's like, yeah, I'm out of here. See you later. I'd be doing the same exact thing. Screw tangoing with a Leon. Ooh, is he going to use the super, guys? He's keeping that super on lock. He is not wasting it. Once he gets one in the chamber, he knows how valuable it is for the later end of the match. So we got a 5 power cube Crow in the middle with super already. So that's definitely going to be an obstacle that Bagels has to take down. And no teaming really going on at all here. A little spinning going on in the beginning, but it was more of like bait, right? So Bagels just took out the other Leon because he was spinning. So 5 power cube Tara, 7 power cube Crow. Crow jumping in on the Tara. Now that is a bold play, but he manages to take out the Tara super quickly. So Bagels trying to keep that robot on the Daryl. Definitely don't want that sucker on you at this point of the game. So Bagel's going to use... Oh, he's going into the poison. Never mind, he doesn't have to yet. Nice. Nice gadget. Nice gadget. How's this going to end? So he used his super to disguise himself from the robot so it would switch targets, and he managed to take first place. Let's go. Now that's some actual Showdown strats, man. Bagel's pretty good in Showdown, man. And then coming up on the final match here, a little bit of lag. I was warned on this one in the beginning, but he managed to get by that lag using a super. What? He's like, I'm just going to get this super on the Pam anyway. We're seeing aggro Bagels. Let's go. You'll love to see it. A little bit of lag going on there as well. Hopefully he didn't experience that during the actual match. If so, he did good in that situation. But here we go. We have a Jackie trying to get these boxes. Bagels just kind of keeping a close eye on the Jackie. There's not real much you can do in that situation when someone's just hovering around the boxes, right? It's perfect protection up against a brawler like Leon. And Bagels already has a super, so there's real no point unless he's trying to contest for those power cubes that are there. He's just trying to stay busy at this point. So we can't see how many people are alive here, unfortunately, but that's all right. So there's, of course, some teaming going on over there. A little bit more lag going on. There's a Jean and a Poco. If you're thinking of it being a teamer, right? If you are being Leon, you got to think about what the other players are thinking, right? So Leon, I feel like would be a little bit untrustworthy of a brawler, right? I feel like that's just in my gut. I would feel very anxious to team with a Leon. So maybe that even goes against them in a teaming meta in Showdown. Or vice versa. Maybe they want like an enemy teammate or an enemy person in Showdown would want to team with Leon to not go up against him, because Leon can be really, really challenging to go up against in Showdown. But hey, who knows? So it looks like there are 3 people left, including Bagels. It's an 8 power cube Shelly and a Poco. So Shelly, most definitely the final boss here. We'll see how Bagels goes about doing this. He's just going to camp in the corner. Hey, I've done that before one too many times, I'll tell you that much. Especially in Feast or Famine, guys, when someone is reigning supreme in the middle. This is stuff that you got to do, because you know that Shelly with the super is just waiting for you. But hey, at least he's got clones, right? He's got the clone to fish him out. It's the best It's like a Rottweiler trying to sniff out the opposition. Nice! Bagels with the moves. My goodness. Bagels getting another super. Healing up with Invisi-Heal. Let's go. He's going in for the kill. Another Invisi-Heal. That's 3 supers. Back to back. The plays. Thankfully, that was Poco. I feel like any other brawler that would have been kind of challenging. But what a great way to end. My goodness, that was exciting. Guys, I would have crapped my pants if I was in that situation up against the Shelly. Are you kidding me? But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you gameplay-wise of this world record Leon push. Bagels achieving 2,038 trophies on this guy. It's really crazy to fathom. And you know what? From the gameplay, from what I saw in today's video, nothing crazy teaming in my eyes. Nothing crazy malicious. Most of the time, if there was teaming, it was just with one other person up against like one 8 power cube person. So, hey, I'm not a fan of teaming, but at least it wasn't like a whole group of 9 going up against one person and then trying to pick and choose who's going to backstab who and stuff like that. That type of stuff is kind of boring. So way to go, Bagels. Bagels doing a fantastic job with his push last season, and nothing but respect for the guy. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. Once again, be sure to go check out Bagels, his socials in the links in the description down below. I'm sure he would love a little nice job, Bagels, if you guys got some time. But yeah, I'll leave you there, everybody. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars. We'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.